Our panel discussion will now put the spotlight on personalization at scale, the new differentiator. I'd like to invite on stage our most erudite and distinguished moderator, Chief Experience Officer at RexEmptor Consult LLP. Please welcome on stage and put your hands together for Siju Narayan. Come on, guys, some energy now. Come on. It's post-lunch. I know you've recharged your batteries. Don't get sluggish. That's it. Okay. He is Senior Vice President, NUA. Please welcome on stage Ashish Dewan. He is Chief Executive Officer, Global Republic. Let's make some noise for Dhruv Garg. He is Principal Solution Leader, Retail at Salesforce. A warm welcome to Husain, Rangwala. He is Managing Partner, Apsara Ice Cream LLP. Please welcome Keyur, Shah. He is Vice President, Business Pep Brands, mCaffeine and Hyphen. Please put your hands together for Rakesh, Yadav. He is Vice President, Marketing and Central Operations, Tata CLiQ. Please welcome Sumit, Puri. And please put your hands together for the co-founder and director, Deshika. Please welcome Vaani Chugh. Okay, I'm not sure if Vaani is there, but if there's someone else from Deshika there, probably they'll join us. Asmita, is Vaani around? Okay, fine. So Vaani will not be joining us. We will have an all-male panel. So, Mr. Narayan, over to you.
That was a very disappointed Hugo, right? He's been pandering to an all-male panel. Good afternoon, please. Hi, good afternoon. A little more energy. Good afternoon again. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. Yeah, like I keep saying, this is the graveyard shift, and but the beauty is, we'll soon get to go home. And for folks in Bombay, I don't know when you're going to reach home. Right? Now, that's a different story altogether. Now, we've got a very distinguished panel out here. And do you know all the brands sitting out here?
Oh, for you.
Any brand which is not known to you? Shout out. None of them are known to you. Okay? We got a lot of... Salesforce. You're a retailer, sir? Then you can't escape Salesforce, no? Yeah. But the other brands? Apsara ice creams? How many of you know? Okay. You would want that number to go up, right? Yeah. Which is your favorite flavor, Apsara? I've never seen a poll be so 100%, right? Even these guys out here, they all love this Goa. And Goa chili, right? Boss, you got a real winner on hand, right? Perfect. And who's heard of NUA? Ladies should have heard about it. That's excellent. Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, Tata CLiQ, how many of you shop on Tata CLiQ? No complaint questions, please. Yeah? Heard of Stanmax Retail? How many from Delhi? NCR? North? Okay. You heard of Stanmax Retail? Please meet up with Dhruv. Yeah. mCaffeine? The speed at which those two hands at the last went up, incredible. That's it? Just 2? 3, 4, 5? Okay, others are saying, boss, what's this guy asking here? Everyone knows mCaffeine. Okay, that's good. Cool. So what we're going to do is, and you know the rules, right? If you've been in panel discussions which I moderate, the rule is very simple. I will need your help. The last one, I didn't get any help. So I'm just reiterating, I need your help. Please ask questions. when you feel that you have a question. Is that fair, please? Yeah? Now I know the last two sessions, I didn't get any questions. Everyone understood what everyone was blabbering out here. But I hope, we'll have some questions this time around. Because this topic is personalization, and I'm sure this is something very dear to you as well. Because personalization, is a huge leading indicator for customer experience, but at the same time, it comes with its own set of issues. It comes with its own set of ifs and buts as well, right? Because with personalization comes the problem of another P. What P? Piracy. Privacy, yes, that's what meant. Yeah, so now with that, now the audience is pretty, well educated and all this. Now, most probably you would want to kind of, arc it out. Yeah, thank you so much. Because otherwise, you just can't be seeing each other. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much. This is such a brilliant coordinated effort. A round of applause for these gentlemen here. Thank you so much. So let's start it off. Let's start off and not waste any more time. Let's start off. I would really want to understand what personalization means. Because it's one aspect which will mean very, very different things to different people. And basis what they do in a company, I would really, really want to understand from them as to what personalization means. But before that, quick round of intro about who you are, the brand that you represent, not more than 15 seconds.
Sure.
Please.
My name is Ashish, I head revenue. Yeah, guys, my name is Ashish, I head revenue at Noah. Noah is a feminine wellness brand. We're there for 7 years now. We're into sanitary napkin space, feminine hygiene for the guys here, feminine wellness. We're now an omni-channel brand, but started online first. And today we'll be, we have a number 2, number 3 above some legacy brands and most of the online channels there. In terms the product, it's a premium product, but we're trying to create it to masses with few things which we'll speak about later. Yeah.
Thank you. Dhruv.
Hi, my name is Dhruv Garg. I'm from Stanmax Retail Stores. It's a department store chain in Delhi NCR. And we focus mostly towards family customers. And we sell fashion apparel brands such as Armani, Tommy, CK, all the premium brands. And we also sell customized products such as suits and sarees, footwear section, home category. So our store size is roughly around 25,000 square feet. So we've got 6 department stores of that. And we also have our own fashion brand, which is called Global Republic. I would like to just quickly ask, does anybody know Global Republic? No, nobody. Oh, yeah, thank you. So, yeah, we have our own fashion brand called Global Republic. It's a women western wear fast fashion brand. I would like everyone to check out our website as well. We are there across 125 cities pan-India. And we are also selling through our own Global Republic exclusive stores. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhruv. And, if you can promise the folks out here a 20% discount on Global Republic, you will see all the hands going up in the next ReTechCon.
20% discount. How many know Global Republic? Yeah. Just one person wants discount. Nobody wants discount in this market now.
This is such a different audience. Wonderful. Yeah, Husain.
Yeah. Hi. Good afternoon. Hope everybody is well. Sorry for keeping you, awake after such a lovely meal that was served out there. My name is Husain. I'm part of Salesforce. For all those who don't know, Salesforce is a market leader when it comes to CRM technology. What we basically do is we are a global player working with some of the largest customers in retail and consumer goods and outside of that as well, helping our customers manage their customers' journey through delivering personalized experience right from where you identify a customer, nurture that customer, and then engage with that customer throughout their entire life cycle is something that Salesforce allows you to do on its platform.
Thank you, Husain. Keyur?
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Keyur Shah. So I usually introduce myself as Doctor मेरा कर्म है, ice cream मेरा धर्म है. So by destiny, I had to transform and come up to my family business. It's a 54 years old legacy brand, and we serve ice creams. We've got 175 stores pan India. We cover around 72 odd cities. And as you rightly said, guava chili is one of the favorites. And Apsara Ice Creams is proud enough to make a mention out here that guava chili is recognized as one of the top 100 flavors of the world. So we are proud to say about that. Thank you.
Hello everyone, it's Rakesh Yadav. I look after the online sales at mCaffeine as well as sister brand Hyphen. And we are personal care brands. mCaffeine is known for caffeine infused products, and we are among the top 5 personal care brands digitally. Obviously, our presence is in all the e-commerce and quick commerce, and D2C is almost more than 50% for us. So we are mostly digital, have a digital presence. We caters to almost each and every products which comes under the personal care portfolio, and we are among the uh, top top growing brands in personal care. So that's all. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Sumit?
Very good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sumit and currently serving Tata CLiQ as the Chief of Marketing and Central Operations. Very delighted to find that among the audience, there are a few who are already our customers, and all of those who are not, my request is explore our app. I think we offer the best in fashion, beauty, and luxury. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So let's get down to business, right? Now, since you're holding the microphone, Sumit, let me start with you. What is personalization? And when you folks answer in terms of what is personalization, please give a context from within your organization as to what is it that you've done, so that we are able to connect as to what does personalization mean to you. Sumit.
Okay, Siju, thank you very much. See, I think I'll make it very simple and practical, going by the experience. I think in very simple terms, personalization is understanding an individual customer, a customer's persona, a customer's attitude, aspiration, requirement, and social economic classification, and offering one-to-one tailor-made solutions to the customer from a business point of view. I mean, if I take an example, at least in our business, what we have done is there are personalizations which are restricted to communication, only recommendations. Okay, now there is personalization which is restricted to only communication, only product recommendations. What we have done is we said we will personalize the customer shopping journey through and throughout. And what that means is it is not at a transaction level. It is at the customer lifetime level. So if you are a customer of Tata CLiQ, we'll keep on delivering you X amount of standards in terms of your shopping experience through personalization and personalization tools, and up the ante every time you shop with us. It's a very simple term, I would like to say that. One example I would say, I think most of the businesses, in the retail space and the m-commerce space are offering personalized recommendations, personalized offers, sending customers communication on personalized channels, WhatsApp, SMS, and everything. What we are trying at our end is to go to a step forward. Apart from just being a part of customer shopping journey, which ends at making a purchase, I think our customer experience personalization starts from there. And it goes beyond shopping one time to delivery, surveys, customer return standards, loyalty, so on and so forth. And that's what we are trying to do, to be honest, when it comes to personalization.
So practically, how does that reflect in a customer experience, right?
So what happens is, let me tell you a customer journey. I mean, a customer journey will typically be, you're browsing something in fashion. You will find our curated offerings right there to you in the form of communication on your preferred channel. Then when you land onto our app, what we are currently working is some of the topmost products and the brands which we believe have been shortlisted by our customers over time will be the first ones pinned on our app. From there on, your app personalization and browsing journey starts. There are personalization journeys planned for different kind of a customer. If you're a new customer, there's a different journey altogether. If you're an existing customer, based on your cohort and your shopping behavior, there is a separate journey altogether. And till the time you go to the cart and you go on the checkout page of our mobile app, there is also personalization recommended that we send to the customers in terms of the payment mechanism. There are certain customers who want to use cash on delivery, credit cards, and this. Now we are working on personalizing the cancellation and return timelines of the customer. So we have actually graded our customer as platinum, select, super, internally, based on the GMV as well as the NMV of the customer. And we are reclassifying our returns. So for example, if Siju, you happen to be a very premium customer for us, we'll tell you while we allow 7 days cancellation, only for you we'll allow 10 days cancellation. And we are very, very aggressively working on it. Typically in businesses like luxury, we have gone a step ahead, and we are also personalizing delivery experience for some of the brands. So we have just launched Bulgari, we have just launched Sabyasachi, we have just launched a fresh Lux store, which is SSBC Lux Avenue. And the customers who are Uber Lux customers, we are talking, and in fact, we are restarting our customer experience and personalization of white glove delivery. So there is an X amount of customers who will get white glove delivery. There is a Y amount of customer who is going to go X amount of delivery, Even delivery timelines are being worked as per the customer altogether. So, we are not looking at only snippets of a customer shopping. So what I just explained to you was, on a high level, how the customer shopping journey is, and this is what we are doing. Now, after all this happens, we have classified the customer into top customers, medium, of course, and then if you contact our customer service center, we have floated policies like no questions asked refund. So there are X amount of customers, we won't even ask you. No questions asked refund at all. You've purchased a watch, let's say you purchased a Rolex, and you happen to be our top kind of a luxury customer, and you say, I'm not happy with it, we'll say, okay, don't worry about it. Generally, you will have to put a video and do a QC when you're returning the product. We'll say no questions asked return. And we are actually implementing it in the market. So the point is that, our intention is that personalization is not for customer shopping. Personalization is throughout customer shopping journey, emphasizing on the shopping experience. When you talk about something as broad as experience, there are multiple facets of a customer expectation that we are trying to fulfill.
No, I think that's perfect, and I'm glad that you're actually catering to all the nodes in a customer journey, and you're bringing in personalization at each of those elements on the channel of preference. I think that's even more critical. Now, Dhruv, are you kind of thinking, "Arey, you guys are online, you can do whatever you want. I'm mostly offline. What do I do?" So, how do you look at personalization?
Okay, can I answer it in Hindi if it's okay?
Sorry?
Can I answer it in Hindi if it's okay? Yeah.
Absolutely. You're in
perfect.
India, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. So I'll give you a brief background. जो Stanmax जब हमने शुरू करा था, we started with a 200 square feet shop. 200 square feet would roughly mean the size of the stage. तो उसके अंदर we didn't sell fashion apparels earlier. We used to sell small items from Sadar Bazaar in Delhi. Lipstick हो गई, बिंदी हो गई, पेट्रीकॉट का फॉल हो गया. All these small items in our stores. And I still remember at that time because after school my father used to tell me कि तू दुकान पे बैठ जा. उस टाइम पे दुकान पे बैठ अपने यहाँ पे. Like सारे बनियों के बच्चे कहते कि दुकान पे बैठ जा उसके बाद स्कूल के बाद. I was like 7 or 8 years old and I was गल्ले पे बैठ के वहाँ पे पापा बनाते थे कि भाई कि डेली बेसिस पे क्या क्या सामान कस्टमर ने मांगा और वो हमारे स्टोर पे नहीं था. कि फॉर एग्जांपल कोई बिंदी हो गई अप्सरा की या XYZ कोई आइटम होगी, 25 आइटम लिखी, पास में PCO होता था, वहाँ पे जाके वो बाबा जी को कॉल करते थे, Babaji used to work in Greenlays Bank at that time. I don't know if any one of you know Greenlay Bank as well. सदर बाज़ार ब्रांच में थे वो. दिन में लंच के टाइम पे वो उनका लंच 3 बजे होता था वहाँ पे उस टाइम पे. तो लंच के टाइम पे वो सामान सारे इकट्ठा करते थे सदर बाज़ार से और वहीं दुकानदारों के पास छोड़ देते थे. शाम को 5 बजे छुट्टी के टाइम पे वो सारा सामान वहाँ से इकट्ठा करते हुए स्टोर पे आते थे. शाम को 7 बजे पापा के साथ मैं स्कूटर पे बैठ के फिर हम सारे कस्टमर्स को अपने आसपास के विसिनिटी के 10 किलोमीटर के रेडियस में उन्हें सामान डिलीवर करते थे. तो आई थिंक एट दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम जब टेक्नोलॉजी का ज़्यादा इनबिल्ट नहीं था सिस्टम, उस टाइम पे भी हम कोशिश, पता नहीं था कि पर्सनलाइज्ड वर्ड है, उस टाइम पे नीड ऑफ द आवर थी हमारे लिए उस टाइम पे भी. तो मुझे लगता है पर्सनलाइज सिर्फ आज के टाइम पे नहीं, ये तो शुरू से चलती आ रही है नीड ऑफ द आवर. तो उस टाइम पे भी हम इस तरीके से काम करा करते थे. आज के टाइम पे भी करीबन हमारे उस टाइम पे 200 स्क्वायर फीट था, आज 1.5 लाख स्क्वायर फीट है. अभी 6 लाख कस्टमर हमारे हैं. बट मैं आपको यकीन के साथ कह सकता हूँ कि 95% कस्टमर से मैं खुद पर्सनली मिलाऊंगा. किसी ना किसी स्टोर पे किसी ना किसी तरीके से उनसे मिलाऊंगा मैं. और बाय नेम नहीं तो बाय फेस तो पक्का 101% जानता हूँ. तो हमारे यहाँ पे जो कस्टमर्स भी आते हैं वो कैसे आते हैं, अरे अच्छा आप इसकी भाभी हो, अच्छा इसकी ननद हो, अच्छा आप आ रहे हो, ओके प्लीज़ कम. अच्छा अच्छा भाभी जी नहीं आई इतने टाइम से, ऐसे कैसे, स्टैंडमैक्स पे तो शॉपिंग करके जानी है. तो वो हमारी एक पर्सनलाइज्ड सेलिंग हमारी तरफ से होती है. नाउ इफ़ आई इन्वॉल्व टेक्नोलॉजी इनटू इट, कि टेक्नोलॉजी हमने कैसे अडॉप्ट करी, क्योंकि हम कोई एमएनसी तो है नहीं कि हैवी फंडिंग है, हैवी पॉकेट्स है, कितना भी पैसा जला दो जितना जलाना है. हमारे खुद के पॉकेट्स हैं. तो उसमें हमने पर्सनलाइजेशन के अंदर हमने क्या करा, अपने जैसे होली के टाइम पे, हम होली पे दिवाली पे सब कॉर्पोरेट गिफ्टिंग करते हैं. हम अपने 5,000 कस्टमर्स जो बड़े होते हैं ना कि लॉयल कस्टमर्स ऑफ आवर स्टोर्स, उन कस्टमर्स को हमारी टीम पर्सनली हैंड डिलीवर करती है होली का गिफ्ट. जैसे हमने हल्दीराम के साथ टाइप करा या बीकानेर के साथ टाइप करा गुजिया का. स्टैंडमैक्स की गुजिया कोई नहीं खाएगा, बीकानेर की गुजिया हर कोई खा लेगा. तो बीकानेर और स्टैंडमैक्स का टाइप करा, उसके ऊपर एक पर्सनलाइज्ड हैंड रिटन नोट लिखा एंड उसके ऊपर अंदर हमने कुछ जो उनके स्पेसिफिक ब्रांड थे, अरमानी है तो अरमानी का जाएगा, गैस है तो गैस का जाएगा, उसके पर्सनलाइज कुछ वाउचर्स डाले और उन्हें एक थैंक यू का नोट भेजा था. हमने करीबन 5,000 कस्टमर्स को हमने भेजा था मार्च के टाइम पे. होली आई थिंक शायद 14-15 के आसपास की थी. हमने 1 मार्च ऑनवर्ड्स भेजना शुरू करा था. बाय द टाइम दिस एक्टिविटी एंडेड ऑन 20th मार्च, हमने करीबन 4,300 रिडेम्पशंस ले लिए थे, जो कि मुझे लगता है रिटेल के अंदर 10% से ऊपर रिडेम्पशन नहीं आते किसी भी लॉयल्टी के अंदर. 10% भी अच्छा माना जाता है. तो 4,300 जो रिडेम्पशंस लिए थे, वो भी हमने ये नहीं करा कि भाई टॉप 1% कस्टमर पकड़ लिया, अच्छा उनमें बांट दो सीधा. हमने देखा किस कस्टमर की पोटेंशियल हाईएस्ट है और कौन सा कस्टमर हमारे पास नहीं आ रहा, कौन से कस्टमर को कौन सा वाउचर देना है. वो हमने पर्सनलाइजेशन उस लेवल पे करा. वी डिडंट यूज एनी एआई टू बी ऑनेस्ट. हमने सारा एक्सेल वाले बच्चे हम तो वो सारा करके हमने उनको भेजा एंड बहुत अच्छा रिजल्ट आया. एवरेज टिकट वैल्यू मेरी 8,600 की बैठी थी उस इवेंट में. तो यू डू द मैथ, दैट वाज द इंक्रीमेंटल सेल फ्रॉम द पोटेंशियल कस्टमर्स विच वी जनरेटेड थ्रू पर्सनलाइजेशन. ऐसे काफ़ी छोटी छोटी चीज़ें होती है जो हम इन्वॉल्व करते रहते हैं. दिस इज़ वन ऑफ देम. थैंक यू.
Awesome. I don't know about you guys, but one of the reasons why I come to conferences like this is to get these nuggets. I don't think you will find this anywhere in terms of how he so passionately described us to how they went about not only understanding customers' desires but also fulfilling those customers' desires. Forget personalization, forget one view of customer, forget all the jazz. It was very simple. I think the equation was very simple. Customer needs something, we need to deliver it. I think that's perfect. That's absolutely wonderful. Thanks for sharing, Dhruv. But all this kind of boils down to is you need to know your customer, need to know what your customer desires, and then fulfill it. And that's personalization. It doesn't matter what your neighbor does, right? But you want to do what your business demands at that point in time. Except the fact that, because you said you don't have deep pockets, Husain was a little worried. Oh. So, Now coming to you, Ashish, you are moving from being purely online to being a mix of online, offline, being omni. How do you view personalization? Or how did you view personalization when you were 100% online? And how do you view personalization now when you know that you will probably have an increasing share of offline as you go along?
So I'll give you a context here. So like I think we were discussing before the started, we are in a category which is ruled by a couple of legacy brands, more of the MNC brands who've been there for 30 years, and there are multiple other brands which have come in and not succeeded in kind of displacing them. And I think when we started in 2017 as a journey, we saw that it's not, and I think in the FMCG world, personalization was not the word and still not, because you said, yeah, offline it's still difficult. What a Whisper would do is launch a product, put it in 35 lakh outlets and run a TVC for 20, 30 crores ads. That's where the product is like. The same product everybody has to buy. Okay, it could be the best product at that time. But we couldn't play that game because nobody else had succeeded there, though you could have a better product. So we started with this theory of, let's try and give a customer a wow. And in this category, nobody was doing that wow. Forget this category in FMCG at 2015, 17, 18, nobody was doing this. So we went to the extent where we said, we went to customers and asked them what is the difference. So we found out one very simple feature, which is that women will buy two sizes. They would buy a XL plus an XL, which is basically for heavy flow or a light flow day. And we said, we can do that. Whisper can't do that, or a Stay Free can't do that. So that became one of the things. Other thing was that I need to usually rush back to a store and I realize, oh, my period is around the corner. So we said, can we build in subscriptions? And that's where the journey of, that's where we were kind of in the space of personalization, not using that word or not like, that's the strategy, but we said, these are a couple of features if we can build, we will have a factor or a wow factor against a Whisper. We have a better product so that people at least try the product, right? The issue was that unlike today, there were no tools there, right? So I'll have to give it to my founder, Ravi, and other co-founder, Abhishek. It was built from scratch, completely from scratch, a very lean tech team. Not only the tech part, the more difficult was actually the ops part because people were not, we have to break the bulk and we went to these guys, it's not there. So I think it was by, I would not say by accident, but it was like a need of the hour. We started with that and that became the DNA. Because what that made was that we were constantly in touch with the customer. It's DTC, they're coming to our website, pausing their subscription, adding their subscription, modifying their subscription, customizing their packs. So for the ladies, if you go to a website, you can create a pack of whatever, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month requirement. And you can tell me I need X, Y, Z quantity of a different size. I need night, I need day, whatever you want, you can make it. I need tampon plus pad, I need liners plus, whatever you want, you can do it. And we'll send you the box every month, we'll send you the box every quarterly. So this is probably more like a sales pitch initially, but it turned out to be other way around also. I'll give you a couple of examples. What later happened is that because it's DTC, because it's large part of the business runs on our website, we will come to know that this woman has stopped her subscription, right? And that's where the CX comes in. We have a beautiful CX team. It's largely still people sitting there and not bots, but they do a phenomenal job. They're in constant touch and they try and create these nuggets, what he said. We'll try and create a lot of it. But like, when you add that to the data which is sitting here, we'll figure out that this woman is actually expecting, which is a great news, but she's stopping using my product for a year or two, right? And this kind of became the cycle for our NPD. We today launched a maternity range. So if you are expecting, you will need a different kind of pad or different kind of thing. We have that product and we exactly know when you will use it, right? So this is the pure DTC part. We built it that way. And today, I think we'll speak more about it later. We built tools which are helping us give them a much better product. But for us as a company to stay ahead of competition, we have got the most amount of dope, what the customer is looking for. What is she expecting or what will be in wow factor versus what is a high table stake now. Coming to the question number 2, Siju, that's of course an issue at a scale level. We started, we had few thousand customers. Today we serve to more than 2 million customers a month. So it's a very different scale. A lot of business is moving offline, but even online, when you sell on a quick com or a marketplace, you won't get data as rich as what I get from a data platform. But hence, we have all constantly maintained that our DTC platform needs to continue growing, not for commerce, but just for the sake of collecting this information, which helps me personalize my offering, better my offering, give them an experience which probably a store can't give, because in the end, it's a standalone FMCG product. You can't talk to the customer after it's on the shelf, right? And I think that has made us tweak the, not tweak, probably I would say add a layer to our DTC, which was mix of a commerce plus customer engagement, customer education. But lately, last 2 years, when we realized that my numbers outside DTC are growing, so today I've made that platform a lot more customer engagement. And today we've got tools like a period tracker, or you can do, we call it internally a secret chat, but more like women will come to a brand like us and talk really intimate questions. And they will come to my website for that. They may or may not buy, but I know what they're asking, what they're looking for. Similarly, we're building, our brand particularly is loved by women in 45 to 55 years age, and we were surprised why. Why women of 45, 55 who have used 40 years of Whisper, why are they suddenly searching Noah? Is they're searching for their daughters. And we realized that's the target we would want to go after. And for them, we built kind of really engaging tools on a website. They will land on my website and figure out my daughter has, there's a set of questions, and this is where probably AI comes in now, but probably a lot of it is built internally now. They will feed in information, and probably we could guide them that what is the best, not in terms of product solution, but what they need to really be aware of, because women at this, like when your daughter is going through something, like it's a very difficult period, right? And every mother, every parent wants their daughter or their kids to use a better product than what they use for. So that's where I think we have been using this today, not for commerce, but for kind of offering them something which makes them stick to the brand. That's the function.
So at the core of it is you ask your customer and you get a lot of inputs from your customer. And the core of your personalization strategy lies in customer engagement and having a two-way conversation with your customer, understanding what she needs, and then going about fulfilling.
Yeah, but going about is also a big change, which is what I said, like whatever I've collected, it's just not sitting here, but it's also sitting to give them back. For example, I said customization of the piece, of the pack. That itself, nobody in the industry, new age, old age, has been able to crack it, because that's a super tech platform, what we built thing. But that's where it completes a loop. It's not only about collecting the information and offering you something. We're offering them something based on what they asked for, and that's why we are able to now do it at scale. What we would do that whatever is really working on the website is what I'll take to Blinkit. Okay, this is really working. It'll scale up like anything, because that's what a lot of audience are asking for us here.
No, fantastic. That's build your Noah. It's like almost build your Noah and then, kind of make that as part of your larger strategy. Excellent. Keyur, how many SKUs do you have?
So at any point of time, if you go to any store of ours, we approximately have 35 to 40 SKUs. I would say not SKUs, but products. The flavors of the ice creams, around about 35 to 40 at any point of time.
Okay. And you've been predominantly offline, right? And now I'm sure through marketplaces and through the Zeptos of the world, you are reaching out to the customers. So what does personalization mean to you? I mean, with 35, 40 flavors, types of products, and some customers do have a very, very strong sense. I'm not sure if you take out guava chili from your menu, what will happen tomorrow, but then how do you approach personalization? What's your view on personalization?
So in our category, personalization means I consider a customer as a personal customer. I consider a flavor as a personal flavor which a customer usually likes. I consider geographical regions where a set of customers usually like to have a set of personal flavors. Just to elaborate, when a customer comes into our store, calling him by name or maybe just remembering what he had last time makes a deep impact. If I call, hey Siju, last time you had guava, would you like to have a jackfruit this time? Then that's called personalization for me, for which we train our team members, our staff, our store managers, and we keep on digging and brainstorming that you have to have a personal touch with your customers. Because as we have got 175 plus outlets, for Mumbai, I would say we've got 45 plus outlets. Someone residing in Kandivali will go to that Mahavir Nagar store very often. And I would like to say that, hi, if you are staying in Kandivali, you can visit the Mahavir Nagar store. And this is the ice cream that you had last time. We've got some festive flavors which have come up. You can try the Rasmalai flavor. It is only for Navratri that we've taken out. So that is personalization at an outlet level, which I think plays an important role, along with some loyalty programs, obviously. Flavor-wise, I would say that geographically, if we are in the southern region of India, we did not have this jackfruit flavor initially in our product. But there were many requests which came up, and because of which we had to introduce the jackfruit flavor. We had to set up the R&D team to crack the code and make the best jackfruit flavor for South, which apparently was liked by many people in the Western as well as Northern region, because it was something which they had not tasted in such a delicious form. Jackfruit for me also had been something which I avoided for a long time of my years. But recently that has become one of my favorites. So yes, customization in terms of flavors, also regionally, geographically. Apart from that, guava chili, yes. So that customization came, and that became our product hero in 2014 somewhere, when I was sitting at the counter at the Galla, I would say, just to see the mindset of customers and what they ask, what they demand. So I usually do this very often, maybe once or twice in a week. I actually sit at that counter and behind the scooping cabinet, and I try to ask the customers, what is the thing that you are looking for? So I think that I get many of my answers to expand and get a personalized touch with the customer and fulfill their demands. So way back in 2014, I was sitting at the counter, and a few set of school-going kids entered, and guava at that time was not that famous. We had roasted almond, which was dominating. So they were actually having those guava fruits which their parents had bought for them, and they had that masala with them which the person, the fruit vendor, had offered. So what they did was they put that on the ice cream as well, and they had it. And that wow factor just came at that point of time, that if something like this can be incorporated in an ice cream form with sprinklers, the industry usually have toppings like chocolate and cakes and fresh fruits or dry fruits, but sprinklers in the form of masalas has never been tried by anyone. So we got that idea sitting behind the counter and having that personalized touch with the customer. After that, we developed many other masalas as well. Maybe next time you can go to the store and have the paina berry along with the chaat masala and the pani puri flavor with the pani puri masala on it. So yes, this is what we usually do.
The ice cream scene is certainly getting crazy, right? So I'm not sure what's going to happen next year by this time. But all the very best, because you know what you're essentially doing is that, you know, with the limited interactions that you have at that point in time, and because you know, people do have very strong likes and dislikes in this category, right? And personalizing to that extent, sometimes, I don't know, maybe your strongest point could actually be your weakest, because if everyone wants to do only guava, and they're not, you know, tasting the others, then that's a different kind of a problem. But Rakesh, when it comes to mCaffeine and Hyphen, how do you see personalization as a journey that in your organization with respect to these two brands?
Okay. So I think if you see, so we sell personal care products where maybe face wash, body lotion, body scrub. And if you see earlier, we used to have one cream, if you talk about, that cream used to help you with moisturization and everything. But with now the consumer have upgraded, and India is such a diverse country. One cream will not work for you and work for the others. So now you have to customize in terms of the product delivery also. So what we do is like, in south you have a different skin type, in a north side you have a different skin type, and in north itself there is a different skin types. So for delivering specific product targeting to the particular concern, considering considering that that person has the different type of skin type, different type of geography, where maybe it is a humid place, it is it is a hot place, it's a winter is heavy there. Considering all these factors, the product was incorporated, and these all the factors are incorporated to build that product. So the customization or the personalization start from product itself. And again, as Sumit also told, the personalization is, was included in different consumer journeys, from marketing to the browsing on the website or app, then after service. So we take care of personalizing every bits and pieces. So if I take an example of customer support, uh, uh, recently we found there is one query where the consumer was irritated because the order was not delivered even in 2 days. So I said, it's just 2 days. We even have a standard TAT of 5 to 7 days. Then why the customer was so irritated? So when we try to talk to the consumer, we understand that the consumer have ordered that product for her husband, and the it was expected that it will be delivered on his birthday, but it was delivered late, and that's why the person was very irritated. And so what we did is we use AI chatbot and all. So on that AI chatbot itself, we fed that if any consumer ordering for any particular occasion, we will expedite that the delivery of that consumer. And this is the one example where we try to convert the experience from irritated consumer to a very delight consumer. And this is how we, so, and then there are a lot of times some product doesn't work for you, and you comes to us that this product didn't work. So then we try to understand where that person stay, what is the skin type, what are the concern, what is the severity of the concern, and then considering all these things, we will suggest a product, and along with that, we will also send some goodies and maybe tips and tips that is beyond the product. Like if you have a pimples, you need to have such kind of a diet, you need to take care of the intake of water and all. So this is how we try to personalize the experience of the consumer. If we talk about the marketing, I think in every D2C brands, we do CRM. We send messages, WhatsApp, and all. And the basic thing is creating the segments, different segments for the different consumers. But over and above that, we also take care of the behavior of the consumer in terms of whether that particular consumer will react in the noon or it will react in the evening, because those are the preferable time of purchase. Whether that consumer will purchase on weekdays or the consumer will purchase on weekends. So those kinds of personalization we take care of. We also take care of the channels, whether the person will prefer email or whether that person will prefer WhatsApp or SMS. So these channels also become mode of personalization.
Thank you so much for that, Rakesh. And Husain, you know what is coming out very, very clearly is that personalization is at an evolved stage, at least amongst the gentlemen who are here, and that it doesn't only look at a single or a unidimensional or a two-dimensional aspect. It looks at every engagement / experience nodes of a brand with the consumers, right? And the aim that all of these folks are trying to get to is to personalize at each of these nodes of engagement and experience. Have you seen the same across your interactions as well?
Absolutely. So, am I audible? Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, see, eventually, whenever we are discussing, I mean, we talk to a lot of retailers across the spectrum, right? Startups, all up to, retailers who are giants in the space. They all have a very common expectation that for us, personalization, whenever we, throw this question to them that what does personalization mean? The answer is always simple that बिना कुछ कहे हमें पता लग जाए कि हमें क्या experience देना है, right? Easier said than done because at India level where volumes are through the roof, right? And variety is also humongous, be it variety in terms of channels. You have online, you have offline. And both of them are, I mean, whenever we have, consulted these companies, what we have found out that companies more often than not still have a very channel focused strategy wherein the online is a completely different world, the offline is a completely different world. And to compound, the matters even to a worse degree, within those channels, the functions are also sitting on their own sweet silos. So now with this myopic information, a marketing, guy in the online world with that limited attributes will try to communicate and establish a connect with that customer, right? I mean, they obviously have the best intent in their mind, but they don't have the technology or they don't have the data at their disposal to strike that cordial or a meaningful or hyper-personalized experience. But on the flip side, from a customer, you are a brand. Like, they don't care in today's world. Nobody has the time and patience to think that, okay, this is coming from the online world, so I'll, give them a leeway that they don't know me, what I'm doing in the offline world. It's a disaster, right? So what our recommendations have been to all these brands across the spectrum, right? I mean, it's better if you start early, but what we want is that if you truly want to deliver that delight in the form of hyper-personalization, the customer has to be at the center of your strategy, which means that from a technology parlance, your channels have to collide, your business functions have to unite. And what that means is that you first have to bring all of these on one single data platform, right? And if, again, coming to India scale, where volumes, the variety of the data is humongous, you need to have a very resilient data strategy, which gives you the ability to ingest data at scale, which not only allows you to ingest simple set of data like, your attributes like name, mobile number, email, but also in today's world where AI is, growing at such a rapid pace, unstructured data suddenly has become, the buzzword, right? Because 10% of the data resides in structured data, but there is humongous amount of potential in unstructured data. Your emails, your audio calls, your PDF documents. How do you marry all of this to then eventually, as Sumit was also mentioning, right, that golden record is so important. You bring that golden record and then you deliver that as a service to all your channels, all your marketing, all your business functions, so that irrespective of who communicates to that customer, you very well know that what kind of message I need to deliver, and on behalf of the entire brand, you become the custodian to ensure that hyper-personalization is being delivered across the life cycle of that customer.
No, perfectly put, I guess. And that's where we come to the next part, which is about all this is nice, all this is fine, but the most important thing is how do you deliver it with speed and at scale? I think that becomes, the most important query to answer, especially for a growing brand. Now, Sumit, you've obviously at Tata CLiQ, there is both speed and scale. How did you get there? Very quickly, if you can tell the audience in terms of how do you travel that distance from starting to delivering personalization at scale?
Okay, so Siju, when we started, drawing that strategy map, we realized that there are certain things which are there in internal control, and we have control of them as part of our ecosystem. That includes product platform, mobile app, the product offerings, customer service centers. And there are certain partners which are outside of our ecosystem, which is like your delivery partners, as one of the biggest example that I can tell you. And what we realized was that, given the differentiating point in our business today, delivery is extremely important. So the first step we said was that while we have drawn an internal roadmap, we need to collaborate in a much better way with our external partner. That's the starting point, specifically when it comes to delivery. One classic challenge, I'm sure everybody, would have faced that challenge as well, was that, your systems, product and tech, and on the platforms it is developed, is starkly different than the delivery partner, is where I would say kudos to our product and tech teams and our product and tech partners who could weave in through API integrations to deliver that kind of a service. Of course, we have partners like Salesforce. In fact, incidentally, Salesforce and Tata CLiQ are partners, which are pretty robust engines altogether, okay? And once you start utilizing them, you understand that they provide you three facets, which are very, very pertinent when it comes to personalization. One, as you had said, data security and privacy, because that's the starting point. Second, intelligent understanding of data and offering tailor-made solutions to the customers. Third, more importantly, all this offering and these tailor-made solutions that we are offering to our customer is near real time. Now that's the starting point, right? The moment you realize you're able to deliver all this at one end, that's where the game actually starts up, and that's how we have been able to put it up in scale. Let me put you that, when it comes to integration with external partners, there have been bottlenecks, but we are solving it left, right, and center as much as possible. Not nationally, given the geo landscape of India, but some of the prime cities where the business is based out of.
So essentially, if I were to distill that out, maybe the first thing to do is to have a coherent data strategy, a very solid data strategy.
Absolutely.
That's a prerequisite is what I see as. And the second is what? What is it that you want to do?
Absolutely.
Right? And once you decide on the what, the next question to answer is when. Do you want it near real time? Do you want to do it post facto? I think these are honest answers that you give as a brand to yourself and then go about,
Very important. I mean, just allow me to make a point. I mean, just to reiterate something what you have said, that, data strategy is the first thing to do, and data security privacy is pertinent, it's important, it's the heart. More and more important, because in your business ecosystem today, you are not operating your operations in an isolated manner. You have tons and tons of partners who are operating with you. I mean, we must be having more than 10,000 sellers on our platforms. Each one of those sellers are having a different system altogether. It becomes more and more important that your data security rules, everybody is on one platform. That's the most important point. Secondly, as you said, what we have tried to do everything is first get our customer philosophy right and then plug in the gaps.
Fair enough. Now, since we're running out of time, in the last 3-4 minutes, very quickly, Ashish, how do we manage the privacy aspect of things? Because personalization means you need to understand the customer more. Where do you draw the line? Where do you ensure that you don't cross the line?
See,
or more importantly, how do you ensure that you don't cross the line?
Yeah. So I'm sure there's a tech answer to it, which I don't have, but probably as you said, like this is almost like an hygiene for a brand like us. So we deal with the most premium customers out there, and they're really finicky about this, like anything happening there. So what we have done in past 4 years, what I have been there, we've done actually, you just need to keep working on it. You just can't imagine it's done actually. We have done 2 rounds of further layering it, whatever data you kind of put it, using the best of the tech, working with external, internal, because as you rightly said, Sumit, we also work with multiple warehouses, and you just can't ensure what system you bought 4 years back or your developers built on it. So you just keep innovating on it. That's something, it's more than anything your hygiene, because the customer has trust on you. I won't have the tech answer for that, Siju, but that's what I've seen. Twice or thrice we've done, probably it's almost like a cyclic thing. Let's look at it. Do we need to really improve it, or is it good enough? Because the scamsters at the same time are working at the faster pace than what you could imagine. So you need to work at that pace, faster than them. Yeah.
Agreed. So you do an audit in pretty regular intervals and do course corrective necessary.
Audit plus kind of, probably I remember a couple of years back, we had another layer to it. Let's just like demask it, completely non-tech guy, but I could explain it, demask it couple of more times, like make versions of it, like before it goes out, because that's what was very, very clear to us.
See, just something interesting. We do internal brainstorming sessions with the objective to say, if we are smarter, hackers are 10 times smarter than you. So you plot all the scenarios and then go accordingly.
No, absolutely, fair point. And before we get kicked out, I want a quick input from you folks in terms of, for the audience out here, what should they definitely not do in the pursuit of personalization? Anyone can start. They should not do. Very quickly, one sentence.
Inaccurate personalization. I was just giving an example. We were having a small discussion outside. I know of somebody who is a CEO of a very, very, big organization in the fashion business, a good friend, my good friend as well as our CEOs. The gentleman is a foreigner, and there was a message that was sent to them, "Dear Prabha." And he actually jumped. So personalization, the most important thing is you can't go wrong in anything.
Okay, inaccurate personalization.
So to create a personalization, you require a lot of data. To make sure if you are taking any customer's data, you take the consent from the consumer.
Consent, okay, next.
I would like to say that for personalization, do not copy what the competitors are doing. For me, as a customization, what my competitor brands or somebody from the industry is doing, if I follow that, that is not personalization, it is just copying of what they are doing. I have to get up my own idea, I have to carve something from the scratch and make it personal so that the customer actually feels that it is personal and it is not a copy of something.
Excellent.
I'll echo what Sumit mentioned, right? I mean, while personalization is something that everybody aspires to do, don't go overboard, think it through, okay? I mean, there is no magic bullet. People have a tendency that tech hai, to just go crazy with that.
Got it.
There has to be a solid strategy, a reasoning behind what you do in personalization.
So tech follows strategy, not the other way around.
I think personalization के अंदर सिर्फ डेटा को ना देख के डेटा के पीछे जो सोल है, जो ह्यूमन है, वो क्या सोच रहा है, अगर आप उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए आप डेटा क्रंच करोगे, तो I think ज़्यादा better होगा. Don't just look at it in terms of numbers.
So it's not proof that you're not a robo, but proof that you're human, right? Yeah. Ashish, last word.
Yeah, last one I would say, don't do for the heck of it. In case your business don't need this, if you're building an iPhone, don't personalize, don't bother about it. So a lot of people I've seen, it's a buzzword, let me work on that angle. Some business may not need it at this stage. So don't do for the heck of it, that's what I would say.
I think that's a very, very nice set of candid feedback that we've got from the panel out here. I hope you've got in good measure in terms of what you need to do in your pursuit of personalization and what not to do in the same pursuit. And like Ashish kind of mentioned in the end, just assess whether you need it or not. I mean, there are tons of businesses which thrive without personalization, and maybe your business also could do the same. So that's all for tonight, and thank you so much for the patience and being such a nice audience. If there are any questions, I'll take two. I know Hugo is on the stage, which clearly indicates that,
Time is up.
Time's up, but we can, because you've been such a nice, patient audience. Yeah.
We'll give you a mic. Wait. We'll give you a microphone.
And if you could just introduce yourself and let us know if it is directed at any particular panelist, that will be nice.
Just wait. We are switching the mic on.
It's not personalized to you yet. No, it's not.
Can someone switch that mic on? I think the mic switch is probably off. Mic number?
Now it's on now.
On all the way.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry for the bothering you.
No worries.
Yeah, so that is for common because myself Amit and I'm from fashion retail. I'm a HR guy and I'm taking care about customer care also. So I have faced because I am also having the same thought of process like to give the personalized service to each customers who are a premium. But I face some disadvantages also while doing a personalized also. Sometimes the customer who is a very smart guy, they are making a disadvantage. Have you faced anything and how you react on that point of time?
So are you saying that customers game the system knowing?
Yes, 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 sometimes.
Okay. For example, you know, in mCaffeine's case, if I say that this is for my wife's birthday, you will probably send me deliveries faster. Yeah, absolutely. Wife's birthday every month.
Sure. So again, like he mentioned, we have such consumers. Which like if you put upfront that if you have any particular occasion, you will get the expedite delivery. So obviously, everyone will reach out to you that this is the order for some particular occasion, and then they will try to exploit that thing. So we need to be make sure that the consumer is genuine. So again, as mentioned earlier also, that when you do refunds without asking any questions, consumer try to get advantage of it. But when you created the cohort and you know that this is a loyal consumer, he have purchased earlier and he didn't default anything earlier, then once you created that cohort, then it's easy for you to take a judgment that whether you need to ask question for, or maybe you need a proof or not to do the refund, or if the consumer have done such similar things in the past, I think it's easy to navigate through these kind of challenges.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll just give one example. Sorry, just one example in one line. So many times it happens, customers know Tata CLiQ will launch a better offer on weekend, so they stop shopping on Thursday and Friday. So that's like the,
I'll
you
just
want to figure out what's happening. And that happens, but that's okay.
I'll just tell a very short quick story. एक बार ये कस्टमर आया था हमारे स्टोर पे एंड वो कस्टमर लेडी थी एंड वो लड़ रही थी बार बार कि ये जी लिपस्टिक वापस लो 500 रुपये मेरे दो. तो माय बाबा जी वो सिटिंग ऑन द कैश काउंटर, उन्होंने वापस ली और वो पैसे उसको दे दिए. साथ में मैं खड़ा था, मैंने कहा पर कहते मुझे भी पता है ये हमारे यहाँ से ली नहीं गई थी ये वाली लिपस्टिक, तब भी दे दिए पैसे वापस. तो द क्रक्स ऑफ द स्टोरी इज कि पर्सनल कि ये जो गेम कर रहे हैं कस्टमर्स कितना परसेंटेज है. अगर 1-8% है तो फिर अब हर बिजनेस में चलेगा.
Done. Thank you.
Right.
I think we'll close it here.
Thank you
sir.
so much. Really appreciate
Okay,
your
let's put our
patience.
hands together for Mrs. Siju Narayan and the entire panel for that wonderful panel discussion.